Joining me today is John Rivera, one of Australia's best chefs in my book. You also started an amazing Filipino ice cream chain, but I hear you're making something a little bit different today.
Yeah, we are. We're going to make some sausage rolls here, inspired by Filipino Longganisa, which is our native sausage. And then we're going to make a beautiful banana ketchup to dip that in later on.
Okay, so what is the step? What is the secret behind a good John Aussie sausage roll?
So the first thing you need for a really, really good Longganisa is some great pork. So we've sourced this from Fat Pig Farms over in Tasmania. Beautiful Berkshire pork. So this is the shoulder that's been ground down. A lot of flavour there because it's a working muscle. And then we're going to top that up with 25% of the weight in pork fat, because if there's nothing a Filipino loves more, it's pork fat.
So pork fat, where can you buy this from?
You can ask your butcher for it. Any good butcher will be able to provide you with pork fat, and you can actually get it ground down to your specification. So in this case, we want it to be quite chunky. It's going to provide the moisture and the succulence, but it's also going to have a really, really nice bouncy chew to it that all good Longganisas have.
Well, let's get the next ingredients in. So I see there is an epic amount of garlic there. How many cloves?
A couple of heads.
Oh, a couple of
So we've got a quarter
Don't be shy.
No, not at all. So we've got a quarter cup of garlic here. So we're also going to add some onion here, and then some spring onion here just for some extra freshness and nice colour as well. So when you cut into that sausage roll, you're going to have nice flecks of the meat. You'll see a little bit of the translucent onion in there, and then some beautiful green spring onion. So we just want to semi-combine this, and then we'll add the next ingredients, and that's when we start getting our hands dirty.
Okay.
We're going to put in some oyster sauce. In our region, we season it with mostly soy sauce. We have some coarsely ground black pepper. We've got Tasmanian mountain pepper leaf here as well. So that's a native pepper from Tasmania.
Tasmanian mountain pepper, I'm guessing it's grown in the mountains of Tasmania.
It's a lot sweeter, it's a lot more floral, and it's got a beautiful, sweet, lingering pepper flavour that's very pleasant.
I spy, I think, some annatto.
Yes, so we've got some beautiful annatto powder.
I think we've got some seeds right here.
That's it. So these are the whole seeds of annatto. So with these, you can actually infuse them into an oil and make a beautiful golden-hued oil that a lot of other Filipino dishes are known for. So this is when you want to get your hands in and get real dirty now.
So we don't need an egg, because sometimes you'll add that to, like, a meatball or a, patty.
Yep, no egg in this one. What we've used instead is corn flour, and that will help to soak up those liquids that we added in, such as soy sauce and oyster sauce, and as it cooks, it'll actually gelatinize and bind everything together.
It's starting to smell like Longganisa with all of that garlic coming through.
It smells great. It smells like my house on a Sunday morning. Now it's time to roll.
Okay.
You gonna help me with this one?
I am certainly going to help you. So we've got some ready-made puff pastry here.
Yep.
If you want to be a real dedicated person, you can make your own puff pastry,
Yep.
but this stuff works pretty good.
Store-bought puff pastry is amazing and it's readily available. So we're going to cut this sheet in half, and then from this big sheet, we're going to make 2 long rolls of sausage rolls. That's your one, Yaz.
Thank you very much. Just give it a lovely lick of egg wash and a scattering of some black and white sesame seeds and a little bit of salt. So pretty. Now, anyone who's read Under Coconut Skies knows I'm a big fan of your banana ketchup, but this one's a little bit different, right?
It is. So we're just going to do a somewhat traditional banana ketchup. So we're going to get our onions, garlic and ginger into the blender first. So just chop them up real finely. It doesn't have to be perfect about it. So in there as well, we're going to put the jalapenos.
Okay, so just a mild heat there.
In next, we're going to put the oil. So we're going to blend this into a paste, and then we're going to fry it until it's nice and fragrant and starts to caramelize.
Ooh, hear that sizzle. This is starting to smell so fragrant and lovely. How far do we want to cook it?
So we want to cook it until we see most of the moisture has evaporated from those vegetables. That way we know it's cooked, and then it'll start to caramelize as well, give it another depth of flavour. So the next thing we're going to put in is some tomato paste. So once we cook that out for a few minutes, add our spices. We have our smoked paprika, turmeric, allspice and white pepper, and that can go in. So now that it's started to catch, that's a telltale sign to get your bananas in. So we've got our banana puree here. The best bananas to use for this are the really, really ripe ones, the stuff that you turn into banana cake, because I'm sick of banana cake. This is a much more versatile recipe to use it in. So with the bananas in, we can also go in with our soy sauce, and we're going to go in with our vinegar. Once that's all in, we're going to put in our brown sugar. Now, this might seem like a lot, but remember, we want this to be a sweet and sour sauce.
I mean, that's the reality behind a good tomato ketchup.
So we're just gonna simmer this down now, Yaz, until it gets nice and thick. Concentrate all those flavors together, and then by the time it's done, our sausage roll should be ready as well.
These look spectacular.
They look amazing.
Yeah, can we go in?
Oh, definitely.
One for you,
Thank you.
one for me. I'm going in first.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, wow. You've got that beautiful, clean pork flavour, that Tasmanian mountain pepper coming through, and then the banana ketchup to top it all off.
It's a perfect combination.